Oh, beaver. We got beaver sign. Hey there, folks. This is Josh, Stoney Ridge farmer and the farmer's helper.
Miss Stoney Ridge.
And today we're gonna be having some fun. We're starting a trail building exercise here on the farm. And I don't know if we'll get done. I know we won't get done today, but what we're gonna be doing is marking some trails. We gotta go feed the cows, and we're gonna start cutting and chipping up all the brush that we're moving out of the way for a trail system here on the Stoney Ridge farm. It's gonna be somewhere in the neighborhood of 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles of trail. And what we're really trying to do is access the backside of our farm without having to drive through these pastures with the Honda Pioneer. So come along today as we start building trails, and the first thing we got to do is go move the cows.
Let's do it. Let's get busy.
I ain't afraid of work. I ain't afraid of play. I ain't afraid to get the job done and do it my own damn way. I ain't afraid of life. Times like this. If you mess with my freedom, I'll tell you just what you can kiss. That's right.
Welcome back to the Stoney Ridge farm. This is your first time here, your 50 millionth time. Thank you so much for coming. Hit that like button as you come in the door. We are going right down here to the back corner of our pasture. This is the furthest pasture from the house. We're almost nearly 1 mile away from our house. So what we've got to do, we move the cows about every 3 days or so in the, in the winter time. And in the summertime, we're moving them just about, go ahead over that electric fence. Let's see if you get a shocking experience. There you go. Summertime, we're moving them about every 12 hours. So we're moving them twice a day here in the summertime. So what we got to do is get the cows over into this next section of pasture. I've already unrolled a hay bale. I think you'll find it pretty interesting how we're doing this and how we're restoring the land with hay, manure, and pee-pee from the cows.
Woo! It's moving time. The grass is always greener on the other side.
Come on, Tammy.
Come on.
I hear the donkey.
Tammy's singing.
So what you see here is hay unrolled on the area that I just trenched right here. So underneath the ground, underneath that hay is a trench, and you can see part of the trench that goes to the water system over here. I've got a pretty unique little setup. So once we get the cows moved out of this pasture and into this pasture, they'll start eating that hay. They'll be really happy to get the hay. Then we'll move this wire so that they can only access the waterer from this pasture right here. And they'll be in here for 2 or 3 days as we roll out hay on bare spots like this, like you see right here. So that's the goal, is rolling hay out on bare spots, and eventually we'll have very, very healthy soil out here. Come on, girls. Oh yeah, they're all about it.
They're lined up, ready
all
to
about
go.
it. Heck yeah. Come on, girls. Everybody through. Get your moo through. All you can eat. Hay buffet. Happy cow, happy cow. I see them bucking. Happy cows, happy. There are 33 cows and a donkey here, guys. The donkey is a guard donkey that helps protect the babies from predators like coyotes. Come on, Tammy. Sometimes we got to go back over there and walk behind Tammy. She's a little not so trusting of people. So they'll eat about 90% of this, and then they'll trample in what they don't eat, and that will help feed the land. Inside every hay bale, here comes Tammy. Inside every hay bale is a seed bank full of grass seed. So we don't have to put grass seed out on our land. Saving money, being smart. Right, girls? Honey, you can go ahead and close the gate.
Close them in.
Be careful, it'll zap you.
I hear it popping. It's hot.
There we go. Hey, moo cow. Hey. Okay, we'll take that one loose. And we got to go all the way to the other side there. We'll hook that there.
Okay.
That's it. So now we're open to the water here. This is a Mirafount frost-free waterer. There's a little blue ball here they push down, and that lets them get to the water. And that pops up, keeps it from freezing, and also keeps the bugs and mosquitoes out of their water so it stays nice and yummy and fresh. Ready to go cut some trees?
Let's cut some trees.
Oh yeah, let's get some trees down for the tree huggers.
Time for some trails.
Let's hurt your feelings.
Oh no.
It's my land, my trees, and I'll cut them if I want to. Woo, woo.
We make good use of just about everything.
Yeah, they all go to use. So trees, like this brush, are just going to grow up and make more brush. Trees, like we're cutting in the woods, we need to clear it for trails. When we cut a tree in between other trees, it allows better root systems to develop on the bigger, nicer trees. That's what we're doing. The Moo crew, all out here ready to go. Good girls. Hey. Hey, Karate Cow. Hey, Karate Cow. How you doing? What do we see here? Number 3, we see a protrusion in her lady parts. And we also see milk. Are you getting ready to have a baby? Are you gonna have a baby early this year? I feel like that's happening. Man, guys, subscribe to the channel, we'll keep you updated. That's Butthead right there, and I think she's about ready to have a baby. I'm gonna put her on a 2-day program, to be honest with you. Bumpy. Oh, Bumpy. Trail, baby. Somebody's already been over here working, haven't they?
Have you?
Yeah. You couldn't tell?
Uh-huh, looks fantastic. Got a good little start on it.
What do you think of that Honda?
She's a beaut.
I like it. I like it. Trying to buy this thing. This thing's awesome. And so this is a Gale RT 210 matched up with the Woodmax awesome MX 9900 skid steer SS. This will take up to 9-inch material, and we've already got a good little start on the trail here. This is where the trail is going to go. And the first step in our trail building, come on over here, hun, is going to be marking the trail very simply. And what we have are these little flagettes, tiny flags, and we're going to take those flags all the way out through here and mark the trail. So first things first, we got to go mark the trail. My goal is to by the end of the week to get down all the way to the creek. So I'm not sure if we'll cut this short today or what we'll do, but I've got a lot of little trees to drop. You can see them, right?
Yeah.
So out through here, guys, I'll let you hold these flags for a minute. What we're doing here, we don't want to cut big pretty stuff like that elm right there or this white oak right here. But what we want to do is have a trail that meanders through the woods just like so. And we want to remove little dinky stuff like this right here. This little tree is probably going to die at some point. There's a white oak right beside it. Eventually we'll be thinning out the entire forest here so you can basically ride through here with a covered wagon if you wanted to. So we'll take a tree out like this and we'll work our way all the way back through to this gigantic pine tree, and we'll take you guys back there and show you that in just a second. So we're going flag by flag all the way through the woods. That way we know where we're going. Right through there. This is how I build mountain bike trails also. Let's right through here. Right through. Ooh, look at this mess.
Oh.
This might not be the smartest way to go through. But I think it's the way we're gonna go. Straight through here. It's a wildlife game trail right here. We'll open this up and make more room for wildlife to come through. This is gonna be a job, isn't it?
It sure is. It's gonna be worth it though.
Everything we do is worth it. If you don't already have property, it's so rewarding to have your own place, to be able to do fun stuff like this. Go buy yourself some property. There's no better time than now. Don't wait, just do it, okay? Do it. We made the leap of faith.
We did.
And bought this place. We're on 150 acres here. Super happy we did that. Hopefully we'll be buying another 20 acres on the other side and another 40 acres back here eventually. Boy, it's stick through here, huh? I want to be able to get to this pine tree. There's a gigantic pine right there. So we'll stick that there. Keep on coming through. Very heavily traveled game trail right here. So we want to follow that game trail if we can. Very simple. That is a Virginia pine, and that's going on the sawmill, and so is that one.
Yeah, they're both
And so
leaning.
is that one. They're both ready. They're all three ready to go. Okay. Little flag here. This is the biggest Virginia pine I have ever seen in my life. When we bought the property, do you remember when we bought the property? We found that tree and we're like, wow, look at that thing. That thing is huge.
Yeah.
Go up there, just give them some scale here.
Okay.
I'll hold the little flags. Hug that tree.
All righty, here we go. Tree hugger.
For real.
I don't know if I can get
There we
halfway
go.
around
That
it.
is a monster of a tree.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Give me another tree hug. Big tree hug, big smile.
Tree hug.
You can barely see our trail all the way through there. See it?
Yep, I sure do.
All right, we're gonna start putting flags. We're gonna start off over down the hill, and we'll just go ahead and mark all the way to the creek. Now it opens up down here just a little bit. Another one.
Yep, gotcha.
Look at that white oak right there.
Oh, that's a pretty one too.
Oh, that's a big daddy right there. If that one ever falls, it's going on the sawmill very soon. Next flag.
Got it.
All right, we are on the creek bottom. This is gonna be a mud hole right
Ooh,
here.
Yeah, it looks soft and wet.
But it'll be all right. So the creek is right through there. We'll have a forestry mulcher come in and make all this go away. In other words, we'll get in here and cut all this privet. The creek, this is called a privet bush. This is an invasive species that's just horribly invasive here. The whole bottoms here are covered with privet. You can see all your deer track. We are in a game trail area, and we get back through this privet, and the creek is just right over here. Oh, beaver. We got beaver sign.
We're getting attacked
What's
by
in
the
briars?
thorns.
So guys, this is where a beaver has chewed a tree off right here. Had no idea we had a beaver back here. That's really cool. I have to put a game camera. Look at this heavily traveled area where this beaver's been coming through.
Yep, he's
Where
made it
there's a
home sweet
beaver,
home.
there should be a beaver dam somewhere. Oh yeah, almost through to the creek. In the jungle we go. I need a chainsaw again.
So you need the hatchet.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for making the way for me.
Yeah, hold on. I am making the way. That's a beaver chew right there.
Oh, we
Hang
need
on, let me
beaver.
get the beaver stuff out of the way.
I'm just waiting for it to flick back.
Yeah, don't let it flick back on you. I think you can just walk around right there.
Oh yeah, it'd be all right.
Right here's a creek, okay?
Okay.
Where is the beaver dam? I don't see it. There's the creek, that's what we gotta get to. And there is the pasture on the other side that we're trying to get access to. So this is leg number 1 of the trail building. And again, I had no idea we had a beaver down here, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Let's walk back through. We've got a pretty cool looking nifty little tree here. This is a maple tree right here. Pretty cool little limb outcropping. We definitely wouldn't want to mess with that. That looks pretty neat. Lots of pretty trees. So the next leg of the trail will actually go along the creek over here. It'll circle back up and go right out through there and up into this area of forest. This is about 25 acres of untouched forest here on the farm that we just left alone when we cut our timber. So let's get back up here. You want to cut some trees?
Yes, I sure do.
All right, let's do it. Key, please. Thank you. I'll go ahead and start up the gale. All right. So we'll go ahead and get this machine warmed up to optimal running temperature. Contact. There we go. We need that to get to about 120 before we go ahead and engage our wood chipper. It's ran off of the hydraulic, which means that it's awesome. That's just it. It's not a PTO driven machine. It's a hydraulically driven machine. So this Gale RT210, I think, runs at about 26 gallons per minute. Correct me if I'm wrong, you equipment guys, let me know. So we'll let that warm up and then we'll fire up the chipper let me show you the chainsaw we're gonna use. So the saw we're gonna be using mainly is the Echo DCS 2500T top-handled chainsaw. Really cool little critter. What does this say? It's a 12-inch bar, but that's all we really need for doing this. We're just clearing brush pretty much. Turn the power on. Good to go. Got to put my protective equipment on, protect that cabeza, because the no cabeza, no trabajo. Know what I mean? All right, again, guys, we're gonna start using this little saw. It may seem silly that I have this protective gear on, but I know what it's like to have a friend who had his eye put out. And I've seen people who had kickback from a chainsaw and it hit them in the eye despite wearing safety glasses. So I always wear this helmet in the woods. I do my very best to do that because stuff could fall from above and we might never see it, okay? So what we're gonna do is just start cutting a few saplings and work our way back through here. We may be able to use the chipper a little bit, but not a lot today. So here we go. Timber! Well, we got some big timber in the woods here, boys. All right, let's just say this. I should have charged my battery before I came out here. We're gonna have to go grab another electric saw. I'll be right back. I know this one's fully charged. This is the Milwaukee Fuel. This is a 16-inch bar. Is it 16? Yes, 16-inch bar. This is a beast. This is an all-day firewood cutting saw in the electric chainsaw realm, so let's get busy. That's an impressive little saw. All right. This poses a hazard right here. This is the dead one. We have to be real careful to not drop it on our head. And we need to sling it that way. You didn't notch the tree. You don't have to notch a tree that's this small. Maybe. Go. Timber! Yeah, that one's pretty bad off. All right, so we got some firewood logs right here. Yeah, baby. Watch your head. Camera woman down. You okay?
Yeah,
you hung up in there?
Good shot. The danger zone.
All right, let's toss some of this into the chipper together. Miss Stoney Ridge, is not using the chipper yet, so we got a little chipper education to do.
Yep.
And we'll bring the chipper back through the woods as we work our way. So we'll go about 100 feet. We'll chip up everything, then we'll come back through the woods. We'll chip up everything. We'll just keep doing that. This is the WoodMax 9900 SS. It runs on the hydraulics for the skid steer, okay?
Okay.
Meaning there's nothing spinning off the skid steer. All this is moving, okay? This is danger zone, all right?
Okay.
So you gotta be very, very careful. Do not get near the discharge chute, even if it's turned off, until the whole thing completely stops, okay? Getting in and out of the machine, if we have an emergency, you just turn the key off in the machine, okay? If we have an emergency, do not walk around this way, go around the back side of the machine, okay?
Okay.
While we chip, we will slowly adjust the direction that we blow the chips, okay? So we'll blow them that way, we'll blow them this way. There's not a lot of chips that's gonna come off of here, but we gotta think about all that. Cool?
Yep, cool.
Now, slide back here.
Okay.
This will eat you, okay? The guy told me when I bought a chipper, he said, if you're gonna toss your, I don't even want to say it. If you're gonna put your wife in the chipper, point it towards the river because it makes a mess. That was pretty horrible. It wasn't this chipper, it was another chipper called the chuck and duck. You just throw it in and duck. So this is not
reverse. I'm coming back.
This is not a chuck and duck. This is a good one, okay? So there's a wheel in there that's spinning, that's feeding it in all the time. This little thing jumps up and down and allows that to feed the wood in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it started. It's loud. Gotta have your hearing protection in. I've got to go get my hearing protection. I'm not gonna wear this helmet while I'm doing the wood chipper. So we'll go ahead and start slinging lumber into the chipper.
Lost sunlight though.
We did lose light, so we're on the lights of the machine now. So guys, that's what's happening right now on the Stoney Ridge farm. I knew we had to get this done. What did? We unloaded the butcher block, right?
Uh-huh.
We moved the cows, and now we got started on the trail. We got about, what, 400 feet that way?
Yeah, we made a little progress.
Yeah, good stuff. Guys, thanks a lot for joining us today. It's getting dark. We got to go. But we'll see you on the next episode on the Stoney Ridge farm. All right?
Woo!
Come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge.
So, what will you... Oh, one got me.
Oh, honey, be careful. They get you hold of you.
Watch your head. Camera woman down. Lumber into the chipper. Lumber, logs. Tick it, 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 tick it.